Yeah, I mean, it's everything that we've seen in training camp in the preseason. Those guys were making plays then, consistent players, humble, very hungry, willing to learn. And it shows up, and, they show up ready to go. They never know when their number's called, but they're always ready to go. And they got to make two big-time plays when we needed them to. So we're going to need them down the stretch even more, and they're going to show up more for us, and we're confident in that. But C-Row getting that, the toe tap swag on the sideline, and then Jaden Hicks a pick in the end zone. Two big-time plays.
What is it about Spag's preparation with you guys, and Coach Merritt too, with that defensive back group, that those guys weren't expected maybe to be on those specific plays and just come in ready to go?
No, it's the unity that we have, not just in our room but across the whole defense. Like, we have a team that truly prepares the next man. Like, we help the next man. We're all in. We communicate daily. We talk about what if this happens, what if that happens. The next man up, we take time after practice that we meet up on our own time. We still talk coverage, and it works. And guys are confident out there, and we pride ourselves on our physicality. That, across the board, DBs, we tackle. We're physical, and we're going to play press coverage, and we're going to make it tough on you. And you got to find ways to beat us.
Justin, the way you're playing on defense this year, does it remind you at all of last year? Do you see some significant differences?
Yeah, every year in the league is always different. So there's some things that's similar. I think that the results are nice, but we're doing it in different ways, and different players are showing up. Chris is continually dominant. But it's kind of like, who's the guy this week that's going to show up and have a big-time game? And what's nice is that, guys are showing up when their number's called and making the plays when we need them to. We just got to, remain humble and remain hungry and continue to pursue that going forward, not get comfortable with where we are now, but always seek ways to get better.
I know the schedule is what it is, but did you guys all look at the schedule and say, okay, we're playing the Niners, this is going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl?
You know what? We take it 1 week at a time. We said it, they said it. This is just the next game on our schedule. And we prepared for it accordingly. And to us, it was the most important game of the year because it was a game this week. And next week when we play the Raiders, that'll be the most important game of the year because it's a game that week. So we try not to get too far ahead. We try not to make things bigger, and we try and keep it as simple and as clear as we possibly can so that we can just go out there and play fast and play confident.
Does the expectations increase, though, that you guys, of course, are the only undefeated team left now?
Absolutely. Expectations always increase, but we're up for the challenge of it. You know what I mean? We want to remain constant with who we are. We're not going to get out of our shell. We're not going to try and be anything that we're not. We're just going to continue to buy into the defense as one unit, one team, one heartbeat, buy into what we do. We have a saying called the formula this year. Buy into the formula of who we are as the Kansas City Chiefs and continue to run with that.
A couple more guys. Well, Steven and Sam. What's Steve?
Jay Reid, Spags talked about early on in the season, you guys starting faster. It seems like you guys are kind of going out there and setting the tone. How important is that?
Huge. Every week we talk about the first series because, the first 3-4 weeks of the season, we're giving up points on the first series. So it has been an extreme emphasis to start fast on the first drive of the game and make sure that we build on top of that as the game goes on, just be consistent, win in the red zone, win on third down, win on fourth down, because those are critical situations. So I think the guys have done a phenomenal job buying into that, and we just got to continue to do it.
And you talked about the young guys. You got a pick today yourself. What did you see on that?
It was just out there playing ball. We're playing man coverage. They ran what we call a speedo route with Kittle running the over route, vertical route on the sideline. I saw that Purdy tried to roll out, but he had pressure in his face. I think it was George. And that pressure, when you see pressure in the quarterback's face and you see a guy have a window, that gives you leeway as a free safety that you can come out the post. Now, there wasn't pressure in his face, so I would have to stay back. But pressure in his face, the ball's coming out. So I was able to just dive in on that and make a play on the ball and, get a pick.
Justin, you talked a minute ago about extreme emphasis on starting faster defensively. What does that look like? I mean, you guys talk about it more? Do you do something in practice that maybe to emphasize that?
Yeah, it starts with stopping the run first. It starts, we pride ourselves on our run defense. It starts with stopping the run. And then it's just eye control and discipline and communication. Making sure that we talk to each other. No coverage busts, no missed tackles in the opening drive. We don't want missed tackles regardless, but no missed tackles in the opening drive because we don't want to allow the other team to get going and then get those wheels spinning and then, turn it to a situation where you're trying to stop the bleeding. We'd rather try and smother you now.
Justin, where did that formula thing come from?
Yeah, that was actually from last season heading to the Super Bowl. That was a Travis Kelce saying, talking about our identity and what we've done to get to the point to get ready to play this game in the Super Bowl, and just remaining consistent to who we are, not changing who we are, following the process, buying into the program that Coach Reid sets forth before us, and just continuing to do that. And it became our motto. It became a calling card and became our motto this year.
Did you guys as a defense in particular use
Absolutely. We use that motto. We use another motto saying demand better, which is, again, in comparison to last year that we did some good things, but not to get complacent or get comfortable, but find ways to be even better than what we did last year and, keep raising the bar week in and week out.